Hey there, everybody. How's it going? It's a new week and a new boss battle simulator. I'm very excited to get into this one. Before I get to the boss battle simulator, I just want to quickly touch on the banners that they have put up this week. So it's Mickey and Minnie's birthday. So they're doing a Mickey and Minnie banner. They've got a 3-star guaranteed banner, as well as just like a regular banner that you can pull on. They also have, you see that I've got 3 pulls on it. That's because they have a daily challenge. If you haven't done the daily challenge yet, daily challenge gives you 3 tickets for this banner. So I think that will be 15 tickets total that you can just, free tickets you can throw at this banner. Hopefully you get something out of it. The units on the banner are, I believe, all Mickey and Minnie types of characters. So even like the 2-star ones, I believe. As far as the 3-star guaranteed, the big rate up is on the old hero Mickey and Patissiere Minnie. I know a lot of people still really want Patissiere Minnie. She's a great unit for SP generation, so definitely consider picking her up if you don't have her and you've got some crystals to spend. And then Adventure Mickey Mouse. Now, Hero Mickey and Adventure Mickey are both in the Premier pool, so honestly, that's not really great that they're on this rate-up banner. But having Patissiere Minnie on there is pretty nice. But yeah, you can see there's a rate-up on all the different Mickeys that are in here. So a bunch of different Mickeys that have a rate-up, like DJ Mickey. Even the 2-star versions, which are, at this point, mostly trash, but it is kind of funny. However, Scientist Mickey has made a comeback. We're going to get to that when we get to the boss battle challenge. So anyways, you can do a guaranteed 3 pull. I don't think I would recommend it unless you've got a lot of, because these take paid crystals only. So unless you've got a lot of paid crystals lying around, I honestly wouldn't spend on this banner. But definitely use the free tickets on this banner and see what you can get, because if you can get a Patissiere Minnie, that would be a pretty great pickup. Of course, we've still got Woody and Buzz. Full disclosure, I went to a second pity on Buzz and Woody, so that I now have an LB3 Woody and an LB3 Buzz to take into Boss Battle Challenge, which I'm very excited about. Seasonal Gotcha still up there, and then, yeah, Premier Gotcha. So that's pretty much it on the banners. Now let's get to the most exciting part, Boss Battle Simulator. And I'm excited because I am doing quite well. I'm quite proud of myself for figuring out a team that has been copied far and wide. So when it first dropped, I got in there and I started working on a team, and it took me a while to kind of to figure it out. It took me about like 10 or 11 tries before I finally landed on this team, which includes Scientist Mickey. I freaking love Scientist Mickey for this, that he's, it's very rare that you actually see a bronze base unit make it into a boss battle simulator. I'm so happy that this guy made it in here, but he is perfect for this because of course Woody and Buzz are damage bonus units. The only damage bonus units really are Woody, Buzz, and the little alien, and the alien is worthless, so honestly only bring him if you have no other damage dealers. But the reason why Scientist Mickey works so well is because he has a very, very cheap attack up and defense up skill. Only 8 SP for a level. Well, it's level 2 because he's LB. He has to be LB2 or higher to get the level 2 attack up and defense up. But honestly, he only needs to be LB1 because you really just need that level 1 and level 2 defense up to activate Buzz on turn 1. But if you're bringing Moana like I am, you want at least a level 2 buff. Now, thankfully, with all the extra medals they gave us during the first month of the anniversary, my Scientist Mickey is now like LB4, so because they just gave us like all those extra medals. And then I just rolled a max SP +5 on him. That's all I really cared about. Just a little bit of extra SP. You could roll anything else you want on him that just helps generate some extra SP, because that's really the only other thing he's offering. He uses his skill once on turn 1 and then he's pretty much done. But it's super nice because it's so cheap. Now it's 8 SP if you have him at LB3 or higher. It's 10 SP if he's LB2 or lower, so do keep that in mind. But you can, it's still insanely cheap so that you can use it on turn 1. All right. Now, as you can see, my Woody and Buzz, I went ahead and 6-starred both of them, got them both to level 110 because I want them to be dealing max damage. And that's honestly, that's honestly the reason why I'm scoring so high, is because those 2 units I have basically ramped them up to the max as much as I can. And they are carrying this fight hard. Like Buzz and Woody are carrying this fight. Let's just say that. So, of course, my Woody is LB3, so his skill only costs 16 SP. We've got, the level 3 attack, defense, damage reduction, all that jazz. All we really care about is the attack and defense buff, right? He's dealing massive damage. I got attack skill power up 10% because I still have had 0 luck on rolling anything better on Woody. Preferably, I would love to have attack skill power up 20% for the boss battle simulator, since he's getting the damage bonus, but it is what it is. Moana. All right, Moana's still great, although I would argue that Adventurer Rapunzel is probably a better unit for today, since it's Blue Striker Day. I think she could probably do better than Moana could, but you have to have your Rapunzel needs to be quite strong. Like, for example, I have an LB0 Adventurer Rapunzel, and she just doesn't do anywhere near the amount of damage that my Moana does, because my Moana is LB3 and level 110, right? So do keep that in mind. Your Rapunzel does need to be quite strong. But yeah, I think Adventurer Rapunzel is a better swap for Moana. So for example, I'll probably swap Moana in and out depending on the day. So like on Yellow Striker Day, for example, I'll probably put Dancer Goofy in there. On Orange Striker Day, I might actually end up putting Queen of Hearts in there for her Orange Striker. I'll have to see how that works out, because unfortunately her Orange Striker is only heavy damage. But and like tomorrow on Green Striker Day, I'll probably put in Aladdin actually for his massive damage Green Striker on his EX skill. But yeah, so there are definitely a lot of options there. But Moana for today is working for me. Donald EX, of course, because he is the best crit buffer that we have. Obviously, SP consumption and SP gain up on EX skill for extra SP. Scientist Mickey, as I've already showed you, he's just rolling. Buzz, he really needs to be LB2 or higher for that immense damage skill. If you want to really compete for top ranks. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, just Buzz with attack skill power up is pretty good. If your Buzz is not LB3, then I highly recommend trying to roll SP reduction on him instead, because it'll just, the key is trying to get him to use his skill as many times as possible. You want him to use his skill as much as possible, because with that damage bonus, it deals a crap ton of damage. So if your Buzz is LB2 or lower, I highly recommend SP reduction on his ability seed instead of attack skill power up. But if he's LB3, then go full bore attack skill power up, and you should be good to go. So that's the party. We're obviously using Brave Beat because SP, as you're going to find out if you haven't found out already, is a big concern with this boss. So let's get in here and I'll walk you through how this boss goes. We'll see if I can't beat my 1.3 mil score, but I doubt I will. I think that's the best that I can do, to be honest with you, but who knows? Hopefully I'll do it while we're recording. So the way this works is turn 1, you want to just go ahead and maximize your SP use. You want to try and use every drop of SP, because next turn you're going to have 0 SP. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter if you defend everybody and you have full SP gauge. The boss is going to drain you completely. So just go ahead and use every last drop of SP. SP economy is big on this turn. So this is where Scientist Mickey is huge, because you can use him and you can use Buzz. All right. So I'm able to skill with 4 different units on this team. This is where you're going to get your top scores. Okay, so we're skilling with all these guys. With Scientist Mickey on the party, it allows Moana to activate her EX skill. It allows Buzz to activate his EX skill, so we're basically dealing maximum damage right away on turn 1, or at least as best we can. So as you can see, we have been completely drained. Doesn't matter what you do, turn 2 you're going to have 0 SP. Doesn't matter what you do. So all you can do here is just normal attack. But since we have activated both Moana and Buzz, that allows us to deal extra damage that we normally wouldn't be able to do on this turn. All right, now on this turn, it kind of depends on where your SP's at. You can either go ahead and skill with Moana, or you can just have her do a normal attack. The most important thing is just making sure you always have enough SP for Buzz to do his skill every turn. That's all you really need. So what I usually like to do is I usually like to just kind of wait on this turn and not do Moana unless I have like... Because sometimes I can have upwards of like 70 SP on this turn, in which case I'll just go ahead and do Moana. But on this turn, I'm going to show you how I normally roll, and I just go ahead and have Moana do a normal attack on this turn. And as usual, it all comes down to the crit. You know, your crits depends on, you know, how many crits you're getting. And so that can very, very easily change your score. All right, so here we have enough SP to do Moana. Great. We'll go ahead and do her because she hopefully will not put the boss into rage. The boss does get an attack buff in rage, but it does not get an attack break in confusion mode. So it is pretty critical to make sure that that you don't want Buzz to hit the boss while he's with his skill, while he's in rage mode. If you can help it, you would prefer the boss to be in confusion mode when Buzz's skill goes off, which is why Buzz is always is all the way in the back. So as you can see, we're drained once again, but we have our Brave Beat skill. So now here's kind of a critical point that's going to make or break the score. Again, we need Moana to Moana to basically crit here so that she puts the boss in confusion mode, so that way Buzz can go with no defense buff. And because you see the boss is going to have a slight defense buff. We don't actually know what it is. It's probably like 20 or 25%, but it does make a difference. But we want the boss in confusion mode when Buzz goes, so that hopefully Buzz will crit and he'll deal a lot more damage. We don't have to worry about skilling with anybody else because our buffs are all maxed out. So everyone else can just do normal attack and we're all good, because you can see we've got full buffs on everybody. So we're good to go. Don't have to worry about anything there. Nice. Double crits. Excellent. That's a really good. So this might be no. See, Woody needed to crit there really bad. He really needed to crit there. All right. So yeah. So my average, I say, is 1.2. That's why I think, 1.3 is probably going to be out of reach for me. I think that was probably my best run by far. But we've got 4 more runs, so we're just going to go ahead and do it. And I'm just going to go ahead and run through this one real quick for you guys. I'm just going to try and run through these quickly, and hopefully we get one that beats my best score. As usual, I don't think I'm going to have any chance of beating Carnage, because Carnage, all of his units are maxed. Like, he is just every unit on his team is LB max, and all the critical ones are 6-star level 110. So I don't think I have any chance of beating Carnage on this run. I never do. Carnage always beats me, but that's fair. He's a whale, so he's allowed to beat me. All right. Ooh, I like to see the crits. All right, we're getting some. So really, like I said, Woody and Buzz kind of carry this. So as long as they're hitting the crits more than anybody else, that's what's going to make or break your score. But yeah, like I said, I don't know that I'm going to get lucky enough to. Oh, I don't know. I'm actually starting to see. I'm seeing quite a few crits there, actually. Ooh. Okay. Maybe this will be a good one. We're going to find out. That's actually, I've seen a lot of crits here. Oh, of course she didn't. No. All right, no. That basically ruined it right there. All right, if Moana doesn't crit and knock him into confusion mode, it's probably going to be a bad run. So that's not too bad. 1.25. That's because I had I had 2 really good turns there, but that final turn just really screwed me on that one. And that's just how it goes. That's how it goes. All right. Let's see. Let's see how we do on this one. We need lots of crits. Lots of crits, people. Bring the crits. Nope. That's not a good start. It's always hard on the first turn too, because we only have what, a 40%. I mean, it's not that bad. A 40% chance is almost as good as a 50% chance, so it's not really that bad. All right, we're gonna go ahead and skill Moana on this one, because I think we've got enough SP that we don't need to worry about it. And ideally, with like a, you know, when I have a team with a striker on it, I'll want a skill on this turn anyway, so that we don't push the boss into rage mode before Buzz goes. Oh no, I don't have enough SP? Oh, are you kidding me? All right, well, that run's pretty much shot. I'm just going to go ahead and back out of that one. Now, if I should have waited. I should have waited. Yep. I should have waited, but that's all right. All right, let's go again. I've got 2 more runs. Let's see if I can't beat my high score. I think it's going to be a stretch. It's going to take way more than the average number of crits, I think, to do it, but we're going to go for it. All right, there's some crits. I like to see that. Like I said, it all comes down to whether or not Woody and Buzz crit. That's all that really matters. All right, can't do anything this turn, so we just got a normal attack. I just need to see more crits from Woody. All right, there we go. All right, Buzz got a crit. All right, I'm going to play it safe this time, and I'm not going to skill with Moana. Yeah, there's a lot of RNG in this fight, you know, between the SP and the crits. You know, it's just RNG, all RNG. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and skill with Moana on this turn, because I'm not worried about her accidentally pushing the boss into rage mode. That is an issue I got to worry about. You know, if I'm bringing a striker like for example, Dancer Goofy on Yellow Day. I will have to be pretty concerned about that, but yeah. I think it's going to be a pretty bad run. That was a terrible score on that last one. Yeah, this is going to be another crap run. I might not even break 1.2 on this one. All right, let's see. Come on. I mean, that was a lot of good crits there, but unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. All right, yeah, still got 1.2 because those last few crits really did it. So that was helpful. All right, last run, guys. Let's see. Last chance to beat my high score. Can I do it? Can I beat the high score? Let's find out. That wasn't too bad. All right. Yep. Can't do anything on this turn but normal attacks. So we just got to rely on those EX skills and hopefully see some crits. Nope, no crits on that one, so that's not a good sign. All right, we've got... All right, again, I'm just going to play it safe on this turn and not use Moana's skill because it doesn't really matter. Nice, that was a big crit. That was a big crit from oh, man, I just wish Woody would crit more. God. All right, let's see, Moana. Yeah, we can use Moana here. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had enough SP where I can skill with Moana both on turn 3 and 4. It just, yeah, there's no way I can make that work. All right, the nice thing about this is that, you know, since we don't need to use any of our buffers, you know, even if you have like even if I have a striker like Aladdin who has a really high SP cost, I'll still have plenty of SP to use him, which is nice. Oh, gosh, you're killing me, Moana. What is this? What is this? You gotta crit more. All right, yeah, this isn't gonna be my best run, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh my gosh, I didn't even break 1.2. All right, well, there it is. There it is. I think I'm hoping that I'm safely in the top, you know, top 3 at least for today. I probably won't be able to hold on to it for the whole week, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. But anyways, thank you guys so much for following me. Hopefully this was helpful. Best of luck with your Boss Battle Simulator runs, and hopefully you guys can score high too. All right, bring that scientist Mickey. He is he is meta again. All right, see you guys.